welcome to AJ's Den. I'm not at home, so I'm at school waiting. I'm supposed to have a meeting. I'm the president of LGBT community in the school that I go to. So I'm sitting out here and I decide to go ahead and talk about the San Francisco quarterback, Colin Kaepernick. And I want to talk about Wade's cousin, who lost her life through this weekend. But I want to get on the stand-up with not Kirkpatrick. I just said his name. That's crazy. Colin. I'll just say Colin. He's standing up for justice. I saw a Caucasian burning his jersey, and it didn't anger me because I'm not surprised of the reaction of a Caucasian, because you don't know anything about oppression. You have your white privileges, so you know nothing about oppression. And why would us as people of color actually say, okay, we're going to stand up, put our hands on our hearts, and pledge that allegiance to the flag? That flag was invented for the freedom of Caucasians' ancestors. It had nothing to do with us. If people read the history, they'll know that. But he's doing right, and I give him props on that, because this makes no sense. Why do we as African Americans, just like at the Olympics, they continue to stand up for this flag, pledge allegiance? Half of these Caucasians don't even know the words of but we as African Americans know the words. And I want to give him kudos. You know, nobody else is standing up. Jordan finally came out when Cassell got shot down by a cop. But look at all the Mike Browns. Look at all the other African American people of color who actually died, got killed by cops, and these cops never served a sentence. But Jordan want to step up now. Is it because you have a decline in your shoes and you have to take care of that white woman? And I'm not going to say, I always say it on here, I'm not talking about all Caucasians. I'm talking about the ones who are the white supremacists, who believe in the oppression of the people of color, who really don't give a damn about people of color. That's what I'm talking about. That's who I'm talking to. I just think that he's alone so far as I see it, because no other athlete who making money off our community is standing up at all. So I really give him a standing ovation, and I want to say thank you, and we need other athletes just like him to stand up and speak out and say enough is enough. Nobody's not going to stand up for this flag, because this flag was invented over slavery, and it's all about oppression. That being said, let me go on to talk about Trump. You will not receive my vote. I don't care how much you're shooting. Now, see, they fail to realize, and they don't tell you, if you live amongst each other, it could be white living among white, black are living amongst black, Asians are living among Asians. It could be any sorts. It's going to be killings amongst each other. So stop preaching that lie and propaganda saying all African Americans are doing is genocide. They're not. Look at the statistics. is high, just like white on white crime, black on black crime, Asian on Asian crime. Anybody who lives amongst each other is going to be a crime. Then Trump has the nerve, the audacity to sit up there and try to use her death, talking about now African Americans going to vote for me. And then he took that Twitter down and then tried to say, my condolences to the Wade family. It's a little too late. You tried to profit off a death, what happened with African American woman who was shot down, and the person happened to be famous. Her cousin happened to be famous. Trump, you will not, I don't care what you say, you will not receive my vote. You will not receive my vote. You care about what you can get when you try to get into office. You have not one policy. I have asked several of your people who are going to vote for you, where's your policy? I have put my phone number on here. Where's your policy? You have no policy. Nobody don't care because some care that you see what Dwayne Wade's cousin getting killed, so you're going to try to use that. No. You could try to use that all day long. Mr. Trump, nobody is not going to vote for you who have knowledge. You have to have knowledge. I mean, he even talk about the people who vote, who's rooting for him to be president. He say, I love my uneducated people. I love my ill-educated people. He's talking about you guys. So now Wade's cousin got killed, and you think we should vote for you. Well, this is one vote that you're not going to receive. You tried to put a tragedy for you. Are you insane? And then later on, after you said that, you took the Twitter off and then goes and say, my condolences to the Wade family. You should have said that before. And that still doesn't mean that you're going to get people votes. Now you ask the question all the time. Exactly. You ask this all the time. African Americans, what do you have to lose? We have a lot to lose. We have our freedom to lose. A lot of people out here are really showing how racist they are. You know damn well that man is not going to get in that office. He filed bankruptcy 4 times. 4 times. He cannot file bankruptcy as being the president. So you will like someone to go in that White House, have no idea, no clue, and no policy. No policies. At least Hillary have a policy. At least it's amazing how people go against Hillary, but don't have record of what they say. Some things that is true, and I know for a fact, I have a record. She supported the crime bill, what her husband put out, that hurt a lot of African American communities. And I understand that. But that was Bill. That was Bill. That wasn't her. But then again, I say this. I still rather put Hillary and take a chance with Hillary than take a chance with Trump. He preached more hatred than anything. And if you guys, if African Americans think that this man is trying to get your vote, he's not trying to get your vote. He could care less about you. Have you noticed that he's the only president candidate that never met up with the NAACP? Only. He won't even go to the urban league. This man, when he talk about African Americans, he's talking about in a town of all Caucasians. It might be one or two African Americans, but he will not, and he will. When I say he will not go where mostly African Americans live at, because he's not trying to get your vote. You know who vote he's trying to get? He's trying to get the Caucasian women vote. I want you guys to start thinking critical. He's not trying to get our votes. It's the Caucasian. These Caucasian women, they have power. That's who votes he's trying to get. That's who can get him in the White House. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. That's who he's trying to get. These white women votes. He could care less. We don't have a minority. We're not that majority to get him in that White House. This is what I'm trying to say. He's trying to bring interest from them. So when you say, oh, he's trying to get the African American votes. No, it's not. He can care less about us. He's trying to get those white women. He talked about women so bad, and he thought about it because he have a campaign manager now that told him, listen, if you want to get into that White House, you need to speak to these ladies. And how you can speak to these ladies is you start saying African Americans this, African Americans that. And the reason why and his campaign manager is saying that is because they're saying, wait, hold up. I'm a woman. And he's over here talking about African Americans real bad. I can imagine how he'll turn against us. So he said, that campaign manager said, you need to start talking about African Americans and try to get their votes. Because you need these white women votes. But I recall he said, a woman is not good enough only on her knees. How far people forget of what Donald Trump have said about women. It looks like we're going backwards anyway. And the reason why I say that is because another young man was caught raping 2 women named Becker. David Becker, not the tennis player, David Becker. He was a high school student athlete. He raped 2 unconscious women. You know what happened? He received probation. You know what they said? The reason why they are giving him probation is because they do not want to mess up the rest of his life. Really? They do not want to mess up the rest of his life. But these ladies have to go on and suffer for the rest of their lives. Prime example, Nate Parker. 17 years ago, raped a young lady. She tried 3 times. 3 times to kill herself. That 3rd time, she killed herself. Why? Because she suffered with depression after she got raped. But you are so concerned with these guys raping women. You're so concerned about their career. But you're not concerned about that woman mental. No concern at all. So we are going backwards, people. You start thinking women are a piece of meat. You have no concern about if they get raped. And we have laws. But they constantly raping and getting away with it, going to probation. The other one who's in Stanford served 2 months. He's out now. Just slap on the hand. Raping a woman. Rape more than one woman. All victims of sexual assault. True. And have no concern about the victims. I'm on Periscope, people. You can go on Periscope and look up The Rebirth and the New Trend. You can see me live. If not, you can listen to me on speaker.com. I just want to bring this attention before I go in here and have a meeting with the students. Again, I am the president for my college for the LGBT community. I'm representing my college that I want to start. The new president. The old president didn't do too much at all. And I am going to go ahead and try to make a difference. I want people to know what school that we have open arms with the LGBT community. Yes, I am a lesbian. Matter of fact, I'll show you what school that I attend. It's a big old sign out here, and I hope you guys can see it. It's Harris Stowe. I'm sitting out here broadcasting that. Everybody know that I'm trying to get my JD. Doing a lot of things. I'm busy like crazy. Just left the eye doctor. I just got my hair cut. I'm running up here to do this business. Unfortunately, I did not get I want to have rules and regulations, so I'm going to have to do that later on tomorrow because I have class. And it's going to be later on. Then I have a quiz tomorrow. So it's like I'm going crazy right now. But I always record on Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday. And I try to record. I don't care what time it is. I had a routine at first. But now that I'm back in school, I don't have a routine. So I'm going to record whenever. That's all I can say. So I wanted to talk about the situation at hand. How Colin stood up, the quarterback of San Francisco. I want to give him kudos. I'm like, thank you. One of the athletes finally stood up and showed America that enough is enough with the oppression. It's enough oppression around here that you want somebody to stand up and pledge allegiance to a flag that was built on slavery. Trump tried to get votes off a murder of Wade Cousin, talking about now African Americans will vote for him. No, they won't. I'm one of them that will not vote for him. I talked about David Becker, who raped a young lady. The Stanford teen as well raped. It's just going backwards. They're just getting a slap on the hand. I just want to do a lot of reviews, and I want to talk about what's going on in America. We need to do pray for Baton Rouge. Baton Rouge is underwater. They're having so much difficult time there. We also need to, people fail to forget about Detroit. The people still have poison in their water. People forgot about it. We need to come together, people. We need to unite. Yes, I'm sorry, Flint. Thank you for correcting me. It's Flint, Michigan. They still having problems, people. And they still didn't get rid of that governor. I don't get it. This governor put poison in the water, and it's like, okay, I'm not going to do anything. They still going to keep him. He should be well prosecuted. But then it seems like when you get up in the senator, the governor, the mayor, and stuff, anyone that's running for politics and get elected, they wind up doing whatever they want and do not go to jail. That's including cops. I want to talk about it, and then I'm going to leave because I have to go and do this meeting. I want to talk about a 13-year-old young lady in New York. I put it on my Facebook, and my Facebook, you look me up, Anton Johnson 14598 at AT&T.net. You have to request to get on my Facebook. I don't like ignorant people getting on my Facebook. I have it on Twitter as well. A 13-year-old young lady was forced down in New York by 8 or 9 Caucasians, cops. That's ridiculous. That is excessive force. Now, if that young lady would have died, they wouldn't serve time. I am so tired of these cops that are not serving time for what they're doing. You're saying that they are above the law. That's what you're saying to me. They can do whatever they want to do. Like Trump said, he could go in Times Square and shoot someone in the head and wouldn't lose a vote. People, wake the hell up. This is ridiculous. They are people like us. Just because they wear badges, they're not above the law. It didn't put any stipulations in the Constitution that if you're a cop, you cannot get sentenced. This is bull crap. I am tired of the game. Have a great day. Gotta go. Talk here. All my niggas from the mother down there. All my niggas millionaires. We gon' take it there, I swear. You gon' think a nigga psychic. You ain't seen nothing like this. I should probably copyright this. I promise that you gon' like this.